Hello everyone and happy Friday. Nico was quiet this entire time, so he better not start. He's starting. So, anyways, this video, as you can tell from the title, is going to be me showing you guys my K-pop collection. Quick disclaimer, this is in no way me trying to brag about what I have. I just like watching people show their K-pop collection. I think it's fun. I don't think you have to buy albums to support a K-pop artist. I think you can just listen to the song and be a fan. I do not think that you are only a fan if you buy albums, if you stream. That is just ridiculous, to be honest with you, because not everyone has the time to stream constantly throughout the day, and also it's just boring, and not everyone has the money to buy albums. Albums can be very pricey, especially with shipping. I have been collecting for about 5 years now. That's when I started getting into K-pop. ATEEZ and JBJ are the groups that I'm currently focusing on, trying to collect their albums. I think I've been trying to collect all of JBJ's albums for 3 years, and they don't have that many. They only have 5. I only need 1 more, but because I don't always have the money, and because ATEEZ is a active group, unlike JBJ, who disbanded many years ago, I kind of prioritize getting ATEEZ's comeback albums as they come out, and they're going to have a comeback the 16th. They're having a comeback on the 16th, and I do plan on getting those albums. I'll be pre-ordering them soon. I have 2 Lightsticks. I have 17's Carrot Bong Lightstick. I believe this is the 3rd version. I believe so. They have a new version that's like black, and it kind of doesn't match 17 since their colors are these colors. But this is super pretty. This, I believe, was a gift, Christmas gift from years ago. I want to decorate it eventually, but I'm terrified of decorating it and messing it up. But I want it to be June themed because he is my bias in 17. The other light stick that I have is ATEEZ's first version of the light stick. It is super pretty. It has a compass. It's one of my favorite K-pop light sticks. So I'm not gonna go get it, but I have an RJ keychain thing, but I don't want to go get it because then it'll disturb Miko, and he's quiet now. And then I'm holding these weird because I need to clean them. They are the majority of the time on my bed, but Minnie's on my bed the majority of the time as well. And she has stuff that comes out of her eyes, and so it gets on my BT21 plushies. So I do clean these actually, and I've never had issues with it. I just recommend doing it on a cold, delicate cycle, and then being very, very careful with the dryer as well. You can air dry them, but I've never done that, and they've continued to remain the same. So this is Mung. This is J-Hope's character. I want to just zoom in so you guys can see what I'm trying to avoid, but there is gunk all over the side that you cannot see. Oh, I just noticed that he is kind of missing a piece, but it's okay. All these BT21 things were also gifts as well. And then I have Jungkook's character, which is Cookie. He also has gunk on him, so I'm just trying to avoid him. But yeah, super cute, super squishy. Next I have Jimmy, and he is huge. This is Jimin's character. And then the other one that I have, he does not have gunk on him. I really did not want Minnie to get anything on him, just because he's my bias's character. I don't want him getting stains. He's super cute. He's Suga's character, kind of also Jungkook's character. But these 2 things are not official merch. This was in a box that I got that had BTS related things, but I still think it's super cute, and I keep it because it's cute. And I have this fan thing again. I don't think this is official merch. I think it was in the same package as this. Again, not official. It's trying to focus on J-Hope, I think. That's Namjoon. Never mind. Focus on the whole thing, this stinking thing, not on me. Nope, it's just choosing to focus on Namjoon. Next thing, I will just choose miscellaneous things, I suppose. I'm not going to show everything because some of these things are things that come in the albums. These are just like stickers and stuff that come with the albums. This is the Karakenta. I said I'm not going to show them, but that is my bias in JBJ, so I must show him. I again have no idea where this came from. Maybe from the same box, but I always want to put this on my keychain because it's super pretty. This is BTS logo. It's their old logo, which I honestly kind of prefer in a way. There we go. Yeosang Sehetman cup, and it is so stinking cute. No, I do not use this for cereal or any drinking because I do not want it getting broken. This is a character that Yeosang, a member of ATEEZ, draws a lot. For his birthday, they did this for it. For albums, I have Day6's Sunrise album. This was a Christmas gift, and this is my favorite album from Day6, Young K Bias. I feel you on that. He's my blessed too. This is Treasure episode 3, One to All. I got both versions. These again were gifts. And then I have 3 of my JBJ albums. I have another JBJ album, which is somewhere in here. First, I have one of the versions of Fantasy. This is their debut album. And with that album came this little standing thing of the members, which I usually display. I think it's really cute. And then I have both versions of their True Colors albums. And to be honest, if JBJ never disbanded, they'd probably be one of my alt groups. I really, really, really loved them. Minnie's just gonna make this whole video sneaking annoying. Okay, so next I have ATEEZ's The World albums, and there are 3 versions to this. And this is one of my favorite ATEEZ albums. My aunt bought me Key's album, Key's second album, Gasoline. And I actually never listened to it until she got it for me. And it is a wonderful album. Like, it is amazing. I mean, I know Key is talented, but I always just kind of looked at his title tracks and I never really delved deep into his entire discography. But this was a really pleasant surprise. This is ATEEZ's spin-off from the Witness album. One I bought myself, and the other my aunt gave me for my birthday earlier this year. So, which I don't mind having multiple, because it gave me more photo cards. So I was very happy. And now I also have 2 of Hongjoong of the same photo card, which I'm not complaining about because I love Hongjoong. This next one is very, very big and I don't want to carry it. ATEEZ's Hidden Map episode 1 and 2. So basically this is not an album. It has, I believe, a big interview of all the members and stuff like that. And then it has photos from pretty much all their eras from this time. And it gives behind the scene photos and all that. And as a big fan of ATEEZ, I think this would be something that you would really, really love to have. The next album is the V album by BTS. I believe this is their most recent one, right? Always happy to have more BTS albums to my collection. They'll be the next group that I start collecting once I'm done with JBJ's. The next one, I believe, was my very first album that I've ever gotten, I believe. And that is, of course, BTS. Love Yourself album. And this is version S. This is the Love Yourself answer, by the way. I personally do not like this version. This is my least favorite version, but when I was buying it, I didn't know that you could choose. I thought you just had to be randomly given one, and I just did not choose. But this was my least favorite version. Eventually I would get the version that I like. The version that I like is the one where they're in like the little bubbles. Okay, this is my last JBJ album, and this was their final album, and it made me cry my eyes out when it came out. But this is JBJ New Moon album. It also is like my favorite concept of theirs and like my favorite album photos in general. So I really love this album. But yeah, really love this album. It was also one of my first, actually no, this was my first album because they just disbanded and I wanted something to remember them by. Oh, okay, it's all coming back to me now. The next album I have is one of the Roses albums. This is the only The Rose album that I have. I do want to get their most recent album. If you have never listened to The Rose, you are missing out. I don't even think you have to be a K-pop fan to really like their music. They are more popular internationally anyways, so they don't sound like, I think, what most people think K-pop sound like. So give them a listen, they're really good. I did nothing to her. This is from ATEEZ's collab with Kim Jong-kook, who is a senior in the industry. But this is the albums from the new boy group, Xikers. Xikers debuted, I think, around March earlier this year, and I really love their music, and I wanted to support them, obviously, by getting their albums. But these are super cute because they look like little pizza boxes, and I love them. When they announced what these were going to look like, I just went to my K-pop friends and I was like, guys, look, we all gotta get this. My favorite song from this album is Rockstar, and then I also really love Tricky House, which is their title, and then I also really love Oh My Gosh. Also, fun fact, the members helped with creating of this album, so all these little doodles and stuff that you see on the album and inside everything, the members did a lot of the doodles, which I think is really, really cool and cute. Would you like to say something? What else? I see. And how does that make you feel? Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. but we gotta do something right now. And you gotta be quiet. One of the things that came with the albums are these little Polaroids of the members. Minnie, just shut up! You might hear muffled meowing, but I can't hear myself think with her doing that. Another ATEEZ album. This is Treasure Epilogue Action to Answer. I'm almost done, animals, just please. This is one of my favorite albums by ATEEZ because it has Answer in it. One of my favorite albums of all time, not just ones that I own. But this is Kim Sung-kyu's 10 Stories album. He's a soloist and also a member of the boy group Infinite. Well, I love his voice. He's one of my favorite vocalists. These next two albums were also gifts. Both versions of BTS's You Never Walk Alone album, and which is also my favorite BTS album. So the next set is ATEEZ's Zero Fever Part 3. I had all three versions. And I have the set of ATEEZ's album Zero Fever Part 1, which has three versions again as well. This is Zero Fever Epilogue. This one is with the title track Turbulence. This is their set for Fireworks, I'm the One. That was the end of this video. I hope it was enjoyable for you to see my collection. It took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. If you do have a K-pop collection, or if you don't, what was the first K-pop album that you bought? Or what is the first K-pop album? What is the first K-pop album that you would like to get first? I think that makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next Friday. Bye.